Hey everyone, it's Cecilia. I want to talk about energy today. And we all know through science that energy cannot be, it can be transferred and transformed, but it cannot be destroyed. And we are energy beings, animals are energy beings, everything on the planet has energy, including inanimate objects. So I want to talk about energy in the way that we feel energy. And then I'll tell you why I want to ask, what question I want to ask the tarot cards. I'm a firm believer that in the restaurant industry, because I've been in the restaurant industry for a very long time. In one form or another, I've had 2 or 3 jobs at a time, and always a restaurant job with something else. Restaurant job working with the disabled, restaurant job doing photography, restaurant job doing whatever. I've always had 2, sometimes 3 jobs. And I have noticed one thing about a restaurant. There's a lot of energy in the restaurant. And servers, especially, can make really good energy. That's why I always try to make sure, I meditate on my way to work, but I try to make sure I leave any bad energy or any problems I got at the door, because I know if I bring it inside of work, inside and I'm feeling it, what happens is that I can pass it on to everybody. And you ever do that where you go into a room and you feel the energy of the room and you're saying, wow, something's not quite right. I don't know what's right here. I can do that. I can feel energy. We all can feel energy. We just need to hone in on it and learn, how to use it for our advantage to help us get through. But anyway, back to the restaurant. I have worked in restaurants that are calm. There's not a lot of yelling and screaming and carrying on. And I've worked at restaurants where managers are yelling, cooks are yelling, dishwashers yelling, everybody's all in an uproar. Well, the truth is, when it is calm and the energy is good, when food goes out to the table, even if there's a mistake, people, oh, okay, well, yeah, they're more agreeable and they like it and it tastes good. Yeah, you made a mistake, but I didn't really need those mushrooms on there. So, but it's okay. And they enjoy their meal anyway, and it's good. Then you have restaurants, and I've worked for a few of these. It was so bad that I blessed the tables at the start of my shift in the hopes to kind of diffuse, because no matter what I did with me, I could not control the energy of everything that was going on around me. I could control my energy and I could bless my tables, but that was all that I could do. And then I got to the point that I started hitting up the host stand, blessing the host stand, blessing the cook's lines. Going through, just touching it and saying to the cooks, hey, how are you today? And in my mind, I'm thinking blessings for a good shift. But anyway, when it's all chaos, I notice more complaints with food. It doesn't taste right. It isn't very good. Oh, I don't like this at all. This is my favorite, but I don't know what's going on with this today. It's not good. And that's because each step in the thing, the dishwasher putting bad energy into the dishes that they're washing, the cooks are all mad and upset, and they're cooking the food and they're putting their bad energy on it, and then they put it on that bad energy plate, they pass it through the window, and if the QA or SA, wherever, every place calls it different, is in a bad energy form, they're putting their bad energy on it as they're garnishing it, and then they pass it to the server. And that energy just carries out. And if the server is having bad energy, that just adds to that, and you get more complaints. I've seen this time and time again. So I know it's a real thing. I buy everything used. Used cars, used furniture, used house, everything. And if I feel, well, if I'm going to go buy it and I go to, and I touch it and feel it and I sit on it and it's got bad energy, I don't care how much I like it. I'm not going to buy it because I don't want to go through all the trouble of having to get home and dealing with the bad energy and having to smudge it and smudging my whole house. And I ain't got time for that. So energy can be passed. So why am I talking about this? Trump went to Arlington National Cemetery. And that's hallowed ground. And we all know that some people get creepy feelings when they go into cemeteries because there's energy there. There's good energy and there's bad energy. And so, and some people can even see the spirits. I'm not one of them. I can feel energy, but I cannot see energy. So anyway, he was in these hallowed grounds, and it is my opinion that, because these deaths in this one section are so much newer, their energy is higher. I'm wondering if he got what was called a hitchhiker. Hitchhiker is energy that attaches to somebody or something that can cause just travels, because energy, people that talk about ghosts and that, they'll see ghost places. Like we all know historical sites have ghosts in them that people see. Even people who don't normally see ghosts will see ghosts because they're connected to that area. The ghost is. People will be driving down the road and in an area from the historical perspective, they'll see a spirit in the road, especially if there's a lot of trauma. And most likely the soldiers that have died, there was a lot of trauma, pain for them and their families. So I want to go ahead and I just want to see what the energy is. If he picked up a spirit, he might not have, and he might have, but we shall see. And I heard this brought up by another tarot reader, but I didn't listen to her reading, only because I was getting tired and I wanted to go to bed. She had mentioned hitchhikers, and I went, oh, that's an interesting concept. I wonder if, because I know things I've seen in thrift stores have had energy. So that was, energy connected, okay, to that object. So let's see. Did Trump pick up some energy at Arlington Cemetery? Trump pick up energy at Arlington Cemetery. I wish my hands didn't always hurt. It would be easier to shuffle, because they're short fingers. I can't. Ouch. I need one of those card shufflers, but then that might put energy in something. Okay. Did Trump pick up hitchhiker energy? Okay, so we'll pull a couple cards. Okay. Three of Cups. Okay. Cups is of the water is of the water elements, and it's, in this case, it's upside down. Usually it's joyous, but it's upside down. And it's in reversed. It can mean overindulgence, heavy partying, isolation, independence, alone, time, three's a crowd, and gossip. Okay. Now, I don't know how this relates until I look into it. As always, it's based on the energy right now. And for entertainment purposes only. It's based on energy right now. And I'm going to compare the cards and see what it says. Whoop, that's the wrong side. Ooh, okay. The Hermit. Okay, this is the Hermit card. Okay. It represents soul searching, introspection, contemplation, wisdom, truth seeking, being alone, independent, inner guidance, meditation, and consciousness. Okay. The Sun in reversed. Sun in reversed. Inner child, feeling down, overly optimistic, negativity, depression, sadness, carelessness, and arrogance. And Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Okay. There's three major arcanas here. Let's see. Unbiased judgment, independent, clear boundaries, direct communication, clear-minded, and perceptive. And the upside. This is the underneath at the base of the deck. It's the Eight of Swords. Okay. And eights generally mean, this is a self, right here is a self-induced position that they put themselves in. They can escape at any time. It's not like somebody put them in. You got the swords. They're blindfolded and they're tied up, but everything is loose. They can untie themselves easily. They put themselves in this position. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's see. You know what I see in these cards? Independent is mentioned in these cards a lot. Okay. Independent is mentioned in this card a lot. For, okay, overindulgence. Alone. Being alone. Carelessness and arrogance. Independent. Swords is also about justice. Okay. So with the Queen of Swords, it's a justice card. But it's also got independence. So this is what I think. He used his power, independent. I think he thought this was going to be a good idea. Okay. And he thought this was going to be a good idea. And he thought, he was overly optimistic. He was carefree and careless and arrogant over the situation. But you have this justice card right here. He had clear boundaries given to him, but with these cards, he didn't follow them. He decided that he was, let me go hang out at Arlington Cemetery. Okay, let me go hang out there. Wait a minute. Wait. That's not right. Okay, no. Something came in I got that wrong. Let's back up. I do this a lot. That's why I talk out loud. You don't know I'm talking out loud because it helps me connect. It's hard to explain. He decided that he was going to go over to Arlington, into that section he was supposed to. He was going to go and he was going to lay a wreath, pretending that it was a presidential act, but he's not president. So he overindulged himself with this. So he it was with other people, and they overindulged. They went and took pictures around where they weren't supposed to. But the cemetery section where he was is about meditation and consciousness, being alone and seeking inner guidance, being with the people that have died, the person that has died. The people of the ceremony, of there. But he was acting on his inner child. Me, and not anything, what can I do to make myself look good? Okay. He was careless and he was arrogant to think that he had a right to do this. Okay. But the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Swords are about justice. He's reaping right now. People reaping what he's sown. There were complaints from families that you could see their child's tombstone in there, and he's looking really bad to Army vets and, vets in general, just based on the carelessness and the arrogance his staff showed to the person that worked there. The Army is put out a thing, and I put it on my Facebook page that yes, they did indeed shove somebody. And, that's not looking very good with veterans right now. I know several veterans. They're not happy. Okay. So, but justice is coming back to bite him. He's getting like instant karma from this because people are mad. This is his own making. He put himself in this. Okay, put himself in this situation. So now, but we still haven't answered the question whether he brought somebody home. Okay? Let's see if these might answer that question. This is the 9 of Cups. Okay? This is respite and taking stock. Okay? Got all the cups. Well, almost all of them. This could be about suffering. Be suffering. So I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, that he did pick up a spirit. I mean, it has other things like wish come true, contentment, satisfaction, but it also has suffering to it. It can be suffering, to this one. 3s. Here, another suffering card. Okay, 3s are about teamwork, but broken heart. Finding out exactly how. It's a broken heart. It's heartbreak, suffering, grief, emotional pain, sorrow, hurt, loss, depression. Remember, swords are about justice. And I kind of think what is happening here, and here, remember, he did this to himself. So what I think is happening here is that he got a hitchhiker. And it's going to make him suffer. Maybe think he's losing his mind or something. Because, how do you tell somebody, I see something is bothering me here. I've got something, ghosts or something like that. A lot of people don't believe in that stuff. Okay. The Ace. Aces are new beginnings, but this one is upside down. It's not a new beginning. It's a wand, okay? And wands is about the ego for him. He's about, his ego. It's delays, lack of motivation, lack of energy, lack of passion, weighed down, boredom. I think that he did pick up somebody, and it's weighing him down. It's haunting him, for lack of a better word. And this one does not apply. So I would say yes. Because of his arrogance and that, on hallowed ground, he's there doing something he's not supposed to do. He's on hallowed ground here. And the spirits aren't taking it well. Because he was careless and he was arrogant. Yep. He's bringing onto himself judgment. Judgment. He's going to be judged. But I think he's being judged. He's being judged by people, but I think he's also being judged by spirit. Put himself in this situation. He can get himself out. But I'm sure apology and smudging and it won't occur to him. He's having heartbreak. Emotional pain. Grief. Suffering. And last but not least, he's really feeling down. Everything's going down. Not a new beginning. More like coming to an end. So yes, I would think that is correct. That's my process of looking at cards. Because I go by not just what the cards say, but energy. That's why I stopped and said, oh, wait a minute, no. Because I heard, wait a minute, you got it wrong. You're getting it wrong. Because I was struggling. Because I was struggling at the beginning to see how they were connected. And Spirit said, hey, no, you got this wrong. Relook at it, and they pointed me to the right way. So anyway, you have a great day. And I'll think of something else interesting. Bye-bye.